Hello, my dolphin friends. This reading is feeling oddly familiar. Like I did a lot of it a while ago. I don't believe I've ever seen this card before. It says good news. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, dolphin. Innately intelligent, healer, light, blessings. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts, as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. Sorry. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day, and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on the way. Well, it's certainly a happy-looking dolphin. And the colors are happy too, and warm. When in balance, active healer, strong spiritual practice. When out of balance, underestimates their own power. To bring into balance, like-minded people. Well, it says spirits, but, not the easiest thing to do, I can tell you that. To find those people. All right. Now then, the tea leaf cards are the ones that are oddly familiar, because I feel like they've come up together too. Maybe I'm imagining things. But, I do make a lot of effort to separate cards, and if these cards came out together before, they came out quite some time ago, so the cards would have been shuffled many, many times between now and then. But we start off with teardrops, great personal sorrow, and legs stepping into a new experience. So it sounds like something ended, and it was painful. An exciting event, that's not always positive. And then we have chain of events that will affect your life. None of this seems particularly positive to me. But then we have good news and deep personal strength and peace that assure success. So you have probably had some real challenges to deal with, and they have strengthened you. And you are probably a very different person than when this all started. But temptation will test you. We never stop growing, we never stop changing, and we never stop being tested. We also have news is on the way, and we have good news here, so looks like lots of news for you. And I do hope it is all good news, of course. But we shall see. What is it that you need to, or where are you at now? Since you're here, I'm going to do Animal Spirit Tarot. That's interesting. I just did a reading with the Queen of Cups, and now we have another Queen of Cups. 5 of Cups, 6 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. All right. Isn't that interesting how that one came out right there? And we have the 4 of Pentacles. Is there anything else? 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So, Queen of Cups, very emotionally intelligent, empathic, understanding of those around them, lot of insight into what they're doing, why they're doing it, probably more than would make someone comfortable. You know, kind of like when your mother always read your mind when you were up to something as a kid. But we start off with the Five of Cups, which of course is about painful lessons, which we had it right here. That's funny. Not funny, but teardrops, great personal sorrow, and this is the first one out. Five of Cups, great personal sorrow. Painful emotional lessons, the kind that will lead you to become a Queen of Cups. No gender in tarot, of course. Then we have the Six of Wands, success in some fashion. Being seen, perhaps being willing to be seen for the first time in your life. Sorry, I just noticed that there are 4 grasshoppers or cicadas on the Five of Cups. Perhaps another indication that not all is lost, no matter what it feels like. Then, of course, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is in the upright, of course. So this can be really good communication with friends, perhaps. It can also be a social gathering. Everybody looks pretty happy. But not like they've lost control or are having some substance abuse issues. All right, next at the bottom of the last row, Four of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is about working together. The Four of Pentacles is about a bit of hoarding. This can be healthy in the sense of savings. You know, it's good to have a savings account. It's good to keep a certain amount aside, not an I don't know what word I was trying to say. Not in a selfish, greedy kind of way, but in a practical, trying to be prepared kind of way. It's interesting that there's an armadillo wrapped around this pentacle. I'm a little... So we have these two, we have 2 threes here, okay? So we have the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles. Both of these, in some fashion, are about good communication because you're working with others. So collaboration, working with others. And interestingly, you see how the... I don't know what these things are supposed to be. Clouds? But they almost line up with the Six of Wands. So there's an indication, a suggestion, that success and working with others kind of go together. But the Four of Pentacles doesn't have any of these cloud things. It's the only one that doesn't. So it's wrapped around its pentacle, withholding not only the pentacle but itself from interacting with anybody else. I think you need to balance your giving and your receiving, as well as your impulse to hide things away, holding back. Perhaps you are someone who really has strong introverted tendencies. Perhaps you are still healing from this experience. This is a painful emotional lesson. It's not the end of the world. That's the thing to remember about the Five of Cups. Although it can be heartbreak, it's certainly that level of loss. But in most decks, there's also the suggestion that there is something in the distance, something positive to be gained after recovering and learning whatever the emotional lesson is associated with this loss. And it really seems like it contributed to you becoming a Queen of Cups, someone who is emotionally intelligent, understands not only their own emotions but those of others, and doesn't use that knowledge to manipulate others, but to understand them and to make good decisions, not selfish decisions, but simply to take care of yourself. And it would certainly contribute to success in friendship as well as in business, which is also suggested here with the Three of Pentacles. But then there's this Four of Pentacles. I'm going to need some clarification on this Four of Pentacles. What is being hidden away, held back here? Are we talking about hoarding like Scrooge McDuck? Protecting? This is a very protective... I mean, if this were an insect, I would say that's its egg. Strength. There's a crossing. So it looks like there's still some aspects of yourself that are very tender. Still recovering, perhaps. Perhaps just slowly growing stronger, healing. And right now you need to understand that compassion, sensitivity, the ability to care for others. These are all strengths. These are not weaknesses. The ability to communicate with others, to be understanding of yourself, your needs, others' needs, not to use them against anyone, but to collaborate, to communicate, to build something. The other meaning of four, or one of the other meanings of four, is of foundations. So the sensitive aspects of the personality that many of us are taught to undervalue are really, really important. I believe that job recruiters these days call them soft skills, and they are highly valued because they have proven over and over again to be extremely important in a work environment. So, I think that is something for you to continue to build on, continue to develop and strengthen. And that may be very much at odds with what you've been taught in the past, especially if you happen to be in a male body. But these are human traits, human characteristics that all of us need. All of us need to develop, and are natural to us. Not having them is unnatural and stunts our growth, stunts our lives. Okay, let's see what the universe wants you to know. Interesting. So we have collaboration. Oh no, stalemate. Okay. Wow. Perhaps that's what the Four of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles are saying. Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. Four of Pentacles is holding back. refusing to collaborate. So we have a standoff and we have collaboration. This is really, it feels like a repetition of these two cards. And perhaps strength is the bridge between them. My card just went flying off somewhere and I can't find it. There it is. Oh, all right. All right, so I'm getting the sense that, okay, so the Four of Pentacles is an old pattern. It's basically holding back, being very self-protective, it's a fear response. And collaboration, so this is forging ahead, allowing yourself to come out, to be seen, to be heard, to also listen, see other points of view, hear others' opinions, justice, freedom, liberation, and hidden things. Perhaps this collaboration will reveal things that are currently hidden from you. It's interesting that collaboration keeps coming up over and over again for you. But you still have some stuff that needs to be removed. Not surprising. With this Four of Pentacles, you're definitely hanging on to something. Oh. Oh dear. A love interest? I did not get a love interest from this. I was getting spiritual and business kinds of things from all of this, and now we have, man, you or the querent, person that you are thinking of, a love interest, masculine energy. It could be you, so it doesn't have to be a love interest. It's interesting it's coming up next to remove unwanted stuff. Well, you can't remove yourself, but you could remove stuff from your life. Oh, I'm going to need some clarification. Oh, this looks like a very sticky situation. It looks like your love life and your business life are very, very different right now. Looks like there's some really good things going on in your, or could be going on in your business life, but perhaps you're letting your love life affect it. So we have movement, full speed ahead, on a quest. And then we have a catalyst and a hornet's nest. Are you prepared for a hornet's nest? So this is, the bellows is all about a catalyst. Perhaps this person has been a catalyst for you. I mean, this is not exactly romantic. There is a suggestion here that there's of a love interest. And a desire for progress. This is not seeming very loving. It seems very, it seems like a situation that's difficult, challenging, that will cause a lot of trouble. Actions have consequences. Passion, but I'm not seeing love. What kind of connection is this? Determination and balance, those are all wonderful things. Positivity. Okay, now everything's turning positive again. When I ask about what kind of connection is this? Collective consciousness. Jeez. This reading just went off the rails. Bold, brave, devoted, heart-centered, proud, courageous, inner strength, confident. I'm gonna have to go with a different deck. Alright, I don't use this deck very often. Let's try it. Still nothing about love, honestly. So, maybe it's not about love. What is this? Let's get the person out here. Where'd they go? What is that about? We have an unhealthy attachment. Two of Cups in reverse. There is a need for just a balance. Balance. This is, I think, balance. Not just, I don't think it's fairness. I think it's things have gotten really out of balance. Because this attachment, whatever it was really pulling you off balance. And you may still be feeling a connection or a desire for the connection. But you need to ask yourself, what are you getting out of this? Because I have not seen any love come out of this. I haven't seen any positive relationship cards at all. I think it is teaching you a lot of strength. It has taught you a lot of strength. But trying to return to that situation, to resurrect it in some fashion. Not that I've seen that happening. But since this came out with what do you need to know, perhaps this is something that you have that you need to deal with in some fashion. You haven't finished learning the emotional or spiritual lessons from it. I suspect that these are your suggestions. Enjoy your life right now as it is. Find your center, be balanced, meditate, integrate, be brave, devoted, heart-centered. Work on your inner strength. Work on yourself. Not this connection, this unbalanced connection. So the Thoth Tarot, which is, I believe, a very beautiful deck, somewhat uncomfortable to work with, which is why I don't work with it, at least not very often. Has a very nice picture of justice, if I can find it. Adjustment. You see that? They're balanced right on the tip of their toes. I believe this uses alternative numbering, so it's not the same. There are disagreements among tarot decks about the numbering of the major arcana, so you will see some variations in that. And one deck uses the cards in this order, and others put them in that order. The meaning doesn't really change. But it is interesting that it involves this particular numbering variation also involves the Strength card. Which you had come out earlier. So I would say focus on your own inner strength. If there's some concern you have for justice, I think you will best find it by going within, with your inner strength, with lifting out of negativity, with balancing opposing forces, integrating opposing forces, getting centered, feeling complete. That's the most important thing. To know that you are complete already, just as you are. You always have been. All right, I am wishing you all the best. Take care of yourself, dolphin people. Be happy.